Me, bitches. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Fresh Talks. I'm your host, Fresh Philly. And we got who in the building?
See, we got Breon in the building.
All right. Mm-hmm. Sexual Chocolate, a.k.a. your mama's favorite, a.k.a. Nesto's favorite, a.k.a. OJ's side bitch. Or technically...
Wait, no, I'm now his elite employee.
Wow.
He promoted me last week.
Dick sucking raises. What's good, everybody? Welcome to another episode. Was it last week? We couldn't record. I had things to do. Mm-hmm. Plan was to actually take a 2-week break, but then you came in clutch, and I was like, you know what? Why not? Let's rock out with our cocks out. Pause, bro.
Unpause.
Major pause. Just to remind y'all, we're on Apple, YouTube, and Spotify. So please like, share, subscribe, Fresh Talks, or Fresh Philly 215. That being said, we got a lot of good, solid things to talk about with sneakers. But before we get into any of that shit, did you see what fucking happened to goddamn LeBron James doing the tip-in pause on the fucking game winning, and then fucking next game he has the buzzer beater right in his fucking face?
Yeah. Wait, what happened?
You didn't watch none of that shit?
Hey, no, bro, I didn't see. Bro,
so he did it. He did a tip-in, and he won the game. Right. The next game.
Okay.
What's that white boy in the? I forgot his fucking name.
For what?
Chicago.
A Giddy?
There you go.
Okay.
Hit a half court buzzer beater game winner on LeBron.
Oh shit!
Yesterday, so it was funny how he got one, and then someone did it on him, and like, bro, that kid Giddy should literally frame that shit for the rest of his life. Like the fact you get a game winner on one of the GOATs or one of the greatest of all times is just. I don't give a fuck, bro. I don't care. Oh, if any of those bronze sexuals say like, yo, he like 40 years old. I don't give a fuck. It's still LeBron James. The fact that like if you get to play ball with MJ, you know, Kobe, or rest in peace, Shaq, AI, even now in this era,
right? You
can still say, yo, I played ball with one of the greatest of all times.
That's right.
I'm just saying. You know what I mean? Even he scrubbed, but are you better than him?
Yeah,
that's the thing. When people, this is my biggest pet peeve when it comes to like people who like to talk shit about sports. Can you do better?
You know what that remind me of? The GOAT. Well, so one of the GOATs, as Joe, I'm saying it jokingly wise, Brian Scalabrine. You want to know what famous quote he said?
What?
Brian Scalabrine was so fed up with people trolling. All the jokes he endured during his career.
And guess what? He balled up with everybody and won every single game.
But listen, you know what I'm talking about. But before he went to that gym and won by one-on-one to everybody and beat him, you know what quote he said?
What?
He said, "I'm closer to LeBron James than you will ever be to me."
Yeah.
And he really smoked everybody in one-on-one.
That's the thing. People
like that's what people don't get about sports, bro. So you do definitely right.
You know, we have friends who swear they were going to the league or something. You know what I mean? I'm one of those friends. Ball out like I'm about to go to the league, like because if I'm not gonna give him 100%, then why play in the first place? That's why when I used to play ball, I only said like unless you do full court.
Okay.
And people were like, man, you trying to tire yourself out? That's the point. You're supposed to get tired out. You're supposed to fucking put that edge. You're supposed to fucking drive yourself to the best of your ability. No matter if it's just a fucking 4-on-4, 3-on-3, half court or full court. I'm going to give you 110%. I'm going to sweat my ass off and then cry about it later like, damn, I'm old as shit. Because when I used to play at Geno's or at indoors and shit, bro. I may not be the best shooter, but you're not gonna say I don't get my rebounds and my defense. Like fuck out of here. I was the yellow Dennis Rodman. You guys, my cousin. If you ever meet my cousin, you can ask him. Especially when I'm playing against him, he would not make one shot on me. It's just against him. Like I play full blown defense because I was like I want to go for the best shooter
Mm.
or the one that drives the best, I'll go for that defense. I don't care how big you are. There's dudes that like there was this dude that was like maybe 6'1", fat as shit, but could shoot his ass off like there's no tomorrow. Makes no sense. He doesn't even want to go in the paint. He just pops and shoot. He makes them, bro. I was so pissed. I was like, yo, run that shit again. I'm not. And I start like low key like playing jail ball. I'm like, yo, you're not doing this to me. Like that competitive side. That's what I love about basketball, because you meet random individuals outside playing. Yeah, it gets a little scuffle here and there, but then you break bread at the end of the day. That's why I always love playing ball, especially like outdoor court, because people who play outdoor more are more edgy, and I love it. They're more physical, and I fucking love it. Indoor, you fucking tad bump. They bitching about fouls and shit. Like, suck a dick.
Nah, bro, that's how it be in LA on a Sunday hoop runs. Like, bro, it is a whole lot of bitching, because even on some of my rest days, I'll come in there just for shits and giggles and watch a couple games.
You be seeing that?
Yeah, bro. I'll be seeing that shit every single Sunday, bro.
Really?
Yeah, over fouls that. Honestly, I'm not a ref by any means, but I know what's a foul and what's not. And like, bro, like, y'all are really something else.
You know there's a foul when you see one.
Mm-hmm.
You know there's a foul when you see one, bro. But that being said, right, before we get into any sneaker talk, we're gonna talk about two things.
Oh yeah.
What's your favorite struggle meal? Or top 3 favorite struggle meals?
Hey, I'm about to say, bro, I got a couple. Oh man. So let me tell you, man. You already know how I don't eat swine, right? That adult me doesn't eat swine, but you're a kid. You don't have those restrictions in your head yet. So like my favorite struggle meal, right? And then you chop them up so you can give yourself a little ghetto fabulous gourmet hot dogs. Okay. You put hot dogs in the microwave, right?
Okay.
You get a knife and you just chop them up. Like, we ain't had no bread. All we had is watery ketchup, mustard. You microwave 2 to 3 hot dogs on a plate. They come out. You get a butter knife, chop the hot dogs up into like little pinky size slices, and you just drizzle ketchup and mustard on the side of it, and that's just your dinner right there. You just
eat hot dog salad.
Yeah, literally, bro. Hot dog slices. Bro.
I got something more crazy for you.
What's up?
Bologna, jelly, strawberry jelly primarily, and toast. I talked about this on my podcast before.
Jelly and what?
Yes. I'm being silly.
What kind of flavor is that?
Strawberry jelly on toast, and you put bologna in the middle.
Strawberry jelly.
Let me ask you this: when you eat Thanksgiving, right?
Yes.
You eat cranberry sauce and turkey.
Bro, don't sit here and say. Don't sit in my face and say that's the same.
That's how I compare it. That's the best way I can compare.
Bro, don't sit in my face and say that's the same, bro.
When you see folks eating ham on Thanksgiving or Christmas with a side of cranberry, the same concept, just different type of protein.
Bro, no.
Yeah.
No, bro. Ham is a more sophisticated prepared meat. Bologna
it's not prepared compared to bologna though.
But bro, bologna is a packaged processed package.
Back in the day, what was more cheaper, ham or bologna?
Nothing is cheaper than bologna. Nothing is cheaper than bologna.
So that's why, you know what I'm saying? Like, I've had at one point in my life when I was strictly off the swine for like good 5 year plus. I was doing fucking beef bologna. It doesn't taste the same. It has to be the swine bologna. I don't know why, bro. That's just bologna, strawberry jelly with toast, bro. Potato bread if you could. If you want to get a little expensive, potato bread is
good. Potato bread is good. I like potato bread.
That was one of my favorite struggle meals. I still eat it to this day. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I still eat it to this day. I remember eating that shit all the time. Everyone looked at me sideways in school, and I'm like, all right, so you're not eating. Like, I used to like get made fun of for that shit, and I'm like, okay. Like, at first I used to get mad though, but then I was like, after a while I was like, they're not eating it, because my teacher's like, are they eating it? I'm like, no, you're eating it, right? It's like, yeah. But she was like, it is kind of weird, but if you like it, you like it. it's not like you're doing anything bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember this was like in 4th grade. I remember it was a nun. It was sister something. I remember that shit. And I was like, all right, fuck it. Like, I was like, I started doing that shit, and I still to this, like I said, still to this day, I do it at least like once a year, as in like I'll buy it once a year, and I'll just have it for like a month, like a 2 to a month straight, like a snack. Cause
Okay.
yeah, I do it like basically once a year for 2 weeks to a month at best, and that's it. Cause like I'm just like, all right, I'm cool. I got my fixing. I'm chilling. But yeah, that's basically it, bro.
I feel that.
What else? My another one that I always fucked with heavy. People, that was my main one.
Okay.
But another one, off the top of my head, I'm trying to remember. All right, you're gonna find this fucking crazy.
What's up?
Not because you're a black man, and not because I'm a yellow man.
What?
White rice,
White rice.
soy sauce with the white rice.
Soy sauce.
Not as much
right?
though. Like mixed.
Yeah. Okay. Soy sauce, right?
And on the side, watermelon. I
What?
swear to God, we did this. Me and my cousin used to do this when we were in like 1st, 2nd grade. So like you don't mix the water. You don't mix the watermelon with the rice and the soy sauce.
Mm.
You have it on the side, separate. And as you eat the rice with the soy sauce, you take a bite of the watermelon. We used to do that as kids. Like my parents told me to eat that for lunch one time. I thought it was weird as shit. I was like you don't eat that shit, you're gonna get ass whooped. I was like, oh, okay, I guess it's a real thing. Cause like in my head, when I'm at the age, I thought like you shouldn't mix American stuff with Asian stuff.
Mm.
I don't know. That's just the way I grew up.
Mm.
Like with food, like
Right.
you don't, because you know what I mean. Because when we ate, it was dinner. It was strictly Asian, or it was strictly like American shit.
Mm.
We never had like rice and fucking rotisserie. I can't. I was about to say
Rotisserie chicken.
rotisserie. I was about to say rotisserie chicken.
Mm.
Or we didn't have like baked salmon and rice. We had like basically pork chops, Asian pork chops and rice, but never like. I always thought watermelon as a kid was American fruit because we didn't really grow up with watermelon like that. But when we did, we ate it with rice. It was fucking weird. Still to this day, I love it. I haven't done it in a while, but I do it randomly as fuck. My last one for me, damn, this might be a little. Is rice, egg, and spam. Because remember back in the day, spam.
That don't sound crazy, bro.
It doesn't, but it's cheap. You know what I mean? You always gotta think about the cheap shit. Spam back in the day used to be $1 a can. I used to buy like 10 of them shits. Back in the day, I remember spam used to be 10 for 10. And we would buy like different flavors. That's how I tried different flavors. And that's how I found out about turkey. So I started doing turkey spam instead of fucking pork spam.
I know the turkey one was less sodium.
Way less sodium.
Yeah, because I remember seeing the can at my grandparents' house.
You ever ate that shit though?
No, I never ate it. But I remember seeing it. It was in green lettering that it was a lot less sodium.
Would you eat spam though?
No.
At all?
No.
Why not?
Because I consider spam as spam as a hot dog.
Really?
Yeah, it's like you can't tell me what part of the turkey or the pig that spam is.
So,
yo, if y'all can see the face I looked at this man for him to give me an answer.
So, fucking hater. So,
yeah. It was just
don't it?
It was such a like an awkward pause because he couldn't think of that.
Got the squealer, the ears, the oink oink, bro. Swine is always good on time.
But like, I'm not gonna like.
But we try not to eat because so fatty.
Yes,
we're not Muslim. We're not. I respect all my brothers and sisters out there.
I would be a liar if I said like I memorize the taste.
Once a year. Do you eat it at least once a year?
No.
When's the last time you had swine?
Oh, swine.
Yeah.
Oh, swine. Period.
Yeah.
Oh, a couple months ago.
Okay, so that's what I'm saying. You eat it once a year.
Yeah.
So you eat hot dogs once a year.
It wasn't hot dog. It was
beef franks, if anything.
No, what was it? It was actually I think it was actually like a flesh part of the pig. I think what was it? What was it? No, I think it was like a chop. I mean, I went to my mom's house and I was like so hungry.
You just ate whatever.
Yeah.
See, that's the thing. Like, I would never be the
It was
first one.
it was like a leaner
Yeah,
section.
like I would never be the first one to like, yo, let's get like, I'll choose swine. I always see if there's beef or chicken or
Mm,
fish or
right.
whatever. But like to me, it's like swine. It is always good. I'm
Mm,
never gonna say it's not. It's
mm,
just so fucking fatty.
yeah.
So that being, it's just a health perspective for me. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Uh, that being said, one last topic before we get into any type of sneaker talk,
What's up?
right?
What's up?
Wait, what the fuck? Oh, they updated. I was like, I thought I forgot to press record. My dumbass. Well, you watch WWE.
Oh man.
I watch WWE.
Yes.
How you feel about Mister You Can't See Me turning heel?
Listen. All right. I want to start by saying the name John Cena in the phrase untapped potential. It initially doesn't go in the same sentence. Would you agree with that? But I think yeah, we and for it to be his last year, quote unquote, bro, I think Triple H might be on to something
Let
here.
me say, Triple H
Bro,
is so underappreciated
oh my
back
god.
then. And he
Yeah.
was always said he has the shovel, him and John Cena.
Mm.
But you can see now he's not really the shovel. Like they're not the shovel at all. Because you have to see from the business perspective and who was running it at the time.
Mm.
Like Triple H will always be my top five. I don't care what, like creatively on the mic in the ring is just how he conducted himself. My number one will always be Shawn Michaels. I don't give a fuck. He may not have the same level of creativity compared to Triple H,
Mm.
but in ring on the mic smokes anyone out there, bro. I don't give a fuck what you say. Like, bro, ju- like you had motherfuckers singing "Sexy Boy," grown men singing "Sexy Boy," which is kind of sus. But the fact that he can do that,
Mm.
and then he can run the show. That's why he's called a showstopper.
Mm.
Doing shit that no one should be doing. And like compared to today's like wrestlers, he ain't shit. But like back then, he was a trendsetter, a go getter. I'm like, bro, I I I wanted to be like Shawn Michaels as a kid. So every time, like any player I made, super kick every single time. I don't care. It was a fucking fun ass time. But yeah,
Mm.
John Cena being heel is
Mm.
different.
Yes.
But
I'm excited.
he still gets the same boos and applause like when he was back in the day when he was Super Cena.
Oh, no. When he was during his Doctor Thugonomics era, that's what a lot of this
Last thing
reminds
he
me
was
of.
heel then though.
But
People
but
don't realize that.
but and here's the thing, bro. I can't wait, bro. I don't when he cuts
Promos.
when he cuts that first WrestleMania promo as being the heel he is now, bro. Bro. I can guarantee you're not going to hear a single boo.
Oh, yeah,
You're
facts.
not going to hear a single boo, bro. I promise you that. I promise you
Bro,
that.
you're not.
I promise you, you're not going to hear a
We'll
single
see
boo.
though. When's WrestleMania again? Near the end of the month, right? Of April.
Yeah, it should be like April 29th ish, 26th.
I'm watching that shit.
Yeah,
How about you? You watching it?
yeah, hell yeah,
Oh,
hell yeah.
That being said, let's get into sneaker talk, right?
Mm-hmm.
First question is, what does being scared of wearing a sneaker gotta do with not being able to afford a pair? What I'm saying by that is, so when I made a video about being scared to wear a pair of sneakers, right?
Okay.
Some guy randomly just goes on the comments and says, because y'all can't afford it. I'm like, what the? But then it's like, let me ask you this: all the sneakers I have,
yes, sir.
I'm not trying to sound cocky. I'm not saying I got it.
Okay.
I built my collection from the ground up.
Yes.
Time after time.
Yes,
It took me over, I would say, 10 years. Basically,
yes,
10 years
okay.
to get even this much, right?
Right.
The pigeons, who
Yes,
can
sir.
really wear them? It's not because I'm scared of wearing it, because I can't afford it. I'm scared of not wearing it. Okay, hold on. I'm scared of wearing it because I don't want to mess it up.
Right.
I'm not scared of wearing it because I can't afford it. Because I can't afford it, clearly.
Yeah, you have.
And it's the same thing when it comes to anyone out there. So I was like trying to figure out what the fuck he meant by that. And I asked him. He said something, I forgot. Like he was saying like people just can't buy shoes, da 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 da. I'm like, bro, you're not getting the point of the video. Any sneaker, regardless if it's $20 to $100
Yeah,
to $80,
absolutely.
75, 105, 500, it don't matter. You're scared of wearing it because you don't want to mess it up. That's the main reason of the video. Everyone understood what I meant because they're real sneakerheads.
Yeah.
Or they're sneakerheads in general.
Right.
My content is for anyone that's into sneakers or just enjoys being part of the community, whatever you want to call it. But when he said that, I'm like, bro, it's no one can afford every single sneaker they want. Right. I don't give a fuck what anyone says because I'm realistic as shit. I don't need to fake shit. I don't need to fake flex. I don't need to brag. No, nothing. I'm proud of what I got. I'm proud of what I have. Same goes for you.
Right.
You are happy and you're confident in your collection and your rotations.
Right.
Simple as that. But people out there get it twisted when I say, like, oh, I'm scared of wearing sneakers. Like, yeah, it's meant to be worn, yes. But I'm not gonna wear a pair of SBs to the gym. I'm not gonna wear a pair of Air Max 1s on leg day.
Right.
I'm not gonna wear a pair of fucking Jordan 5s on back day because I gotta do compounds.
Right.
So when I'm at the gym, I'm powerlifting. So that means I gotta wear Vans or running shoes. Simple as that. At the gym, I'm there 5 to 6 days a week. I'm at work for 6 days a week. I'm not wearing my good shoes and fucking. Like I said, that's just me though.
Right.
And it's no shots to anyone out there that do wear their sneakers to the gym or to work, just because in my field, I cannot wear those type of sneakers at my jobs.
Right.
That's just that. It is what it is. Now, should I? Maybe my other job, yeah. But would I? No. For what? Because I'm there to work. I'm running around. I don't need to be wearing some Jordan 2s or 3s to flex who on who. The point of wearing a sneaker is to feel confident, to flex on the next sneakerhead. There's no sneakerheads at my fucking job. There's none. And like, you know, but so you're in it for the flexing. No, I'm not. But you can't say that you don't want to flex on the next individual when you wear your nice pair of shoes.
True.
Anyone out there say that says that they don't agree with that, tell them to suck a dick and stop lying. Because when you went to SneakerCon, you put on your best fit and your favorite shoe to flash. And,
yeah, absolutely.
And any individual that stopped you and said, yo, I love your fucking 14s, you start geeking like a motherfucker.
Exactly. That's the point I wore.
When I wore my shit, no one said shit about my fucking shoes, but it went with my fit. And everyone, how many times people stopped me to like compliment me on my fit?
Yeah, that's the reason why you wore it. Yeah.
So you can't say it's that reassurance of validation from another individual. We all want it. We all want to have that validation. It's just feels good, especially when it coming from someone that's in your community or in your niche circle or in your hobby circle, whatever the case may be. It is what it is. And
Right.
it's the truth. But nobody wants to admit that. And I'm just like, all right, let me be the big bad wolf and blow your fucking house down, bitch. Because I'm being realistic. I don't like going left or right. I want straight in the middle. It is what it is.
And because I just wish, I'm glad you said it. I wish it would just, we as people would just stop. But we'll basically stop. I don't want to use the word demonize, but I can't think of another word. I wish we would stop demonizing, admitting that. I wish we would stop demonizing the need for validation, because it's where we're born with it.
Yeah.
It's an innate
When you did something
emotion.
good as a kid, when your parents said good job, don't you feel happy as shit?
Yes, perfect example.
It's just how we gonna be. When your brother, when you do something for your grandma or your mom, and or your brothers, or your, just a thank you, you'll be like, good. That's all you want, right?
Yes,
because that's where we hang towards. How would you say it? Mannerisms. I was gonna say politeness, but I meant to say manner. I was trying to think of the word mannerisms. It's just proper mannerism. Like every time I do something for you, when you come as a guest in my crib, you always say thank you every single time, and vice versa.
right.
It's just mannerisms.
That's right.
You know what I mean? But clearly, a lot of people, well, this one individual got, like I said, got that shit twisted, and I'm like, no, it's in the community. There's always room for high or low income. It don't matter.
That's right. Very
But
inclusive.
I would say this though: the high income individuals with sneakerhead, high income sneakerheads will always get clowned on more because they will get ridiculed being able to buy every single thing they want. How many times have you seen in the comments when you see a known sneakerhead, a popular sneakerhead, a rich sneakerhead or celebrity, whatever the shoe, oh, he can buy any shoe he wants, da 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 da, every single time. All right, we know that he's a celebrity. We know he got money or she got money, or it is what it is. But they still get clowned on for it, and we do it like middle class, low income individuals. When we do it, it's like, oh, they gotta be fake or they're fake.
It's
You know what I'm saying?
there's no way out
it's
for us.
never winning for nobody. You know what I mean? So embrace the ridicule.
Yes.
As long as you know what you know and you know it's legit, then pursue forward. There's no need to belittle anybody saying they can't afford shit.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, not anyone can afford shit. It's just being realistic. Like, you know, there's folks out there who can't even afford a pair of Chucks. And it's the truth. And it's sad. But just because you see someone that can't afford it doesn't mean you gotta point at their fucking face and be like, ha ha, look at you. Because we all been there before. We all been there. I've been there. Bills late. You know, stressing the fuck out. Not eating proper, healthy like meals, though, just a penny pinch to get the fucking next bill, light or water bill or electric bill, whatever. You know what I mean? My Wi-Fi cut down at least twice when I first lived on my own. Wi-Fi cut off twice because I was late on that shit in the year. And guess what? You have to pay an extra fee. Yeah. Because you had the reanimation fee or whatever. I've been there. I know that shit. I've seen that shit. I was 3 months late on my water bill. Because, you know, after 3 to 4 months, your shit gets cut off.
Yeah.
So I've been there. I fucking been there, bro. I used to pay late on purpose to save in a way so I could pay, like, the old bill and half the new bill.
Oh, okay. I
used to do shit like that. Like, I've been there. I don't want to, like, that's the shit I will never do. I will never make fun of anyone's income. But I will do this. I will make fun of your stupidity. I will make fun of, if you're an asshole and you end up being a fucking dumpling, I'm making fun of you because you fat as shit. Simple as that. I don't make fun of fat people. But if you're a bad individual and you end up being fat, you're a spoiled apple. Yeah. Fuck out of here. You're literally like a spoiled apple, like round as fuck. Fuck out of here. Roll your way out. Like, fuck out of here, bro.
roll your way out.
Just saying, bro, because it is what it is. You know what I mean?
Mm.
And like I said, I'm always realistic with my shit. I'm always realistic with my shit. We missed it by 2 days, but Air Max
Oh, Air Max
Day was on 26th. So happy belated Air Max Day.
Happy belated Air Max Day, yo.
What's your favorite Air Max if you had to choose one?
Oh man, like that's such a broad question, but I say like one of my air. Actually, now that we on a subject, I just want to say right before I say my favorite, I'm kind of salty that the Charles Barkley Godzilla got canceled.
Really?
Yeah,
You really want those?
yeah. I wanted those because which leads up to my answer. I really want a Air Max that I really want was a Barkley Posit, the Sixers colorway.
Really?
Yeah, you see you remember those?
Yeah.
Yeah, like that was dope to me. I really like that.
But then they're not really Air Maxes,
Yeah.
are they?
Technically, they are. In technical terms, they
Posits
are.
though.
Yeah, it says Barkley Posit, but they're Air Maxes.
Hold on, let me look them up. I forgot how they look like. But I didn't talk about that. You know what's crazy? The Godzilla. That's what I say. Chris Brown, Charles Barkley's. You really like those, huh?
Yeah. I was excited for them.
Charles.
I was excited for
Charles Barkley foam posits, right?
About Barkley Posit.
Barkley posits. Sorry, Barkley posits. They're not really Air Maxes, bro. They're just Max, but they're Air Max. I'm looking at it. It's just the word Max in it. That's the reason why you probably got it confused.
Yeah, I always consider those Air Maxes.
They're not Air Maxes at all.
Hey, I really consider those Air Maxes.
They're not Air Maxes. I'm looking at them dead in, but bro, they're nowhere near Air Maxes. All right, chat. Matter of fact, I'm gonna make content on this for next week.
Bet.
All right.
Yeah, bet.
I'm gonna tag you.
Okay.
If you get clowned on by people or saying you're stupid, it's on you.
Yeah. Sure. All right, I bet I'm all
because
for
I'm like, are they bro? It's what is it? What time is it? It's 11:12 p.m. I had to double check for myself because I remember there's nowhere because you know why?
What's up?
The bottom sole, the max part. That's probably why the midsole bubble and shit. I get it, but it's not Air Max. It's not in the silhouette.
You don't consider that? Oh.
I wouldn't. I don't. That's not an Air Max. I personally won't, and even on paper, I don't think it is too. I could be wrong.
Let's see.
Nike Air Max. Let me see. Let me just look up Nike Air Max silhouettes. All right.
Okay.
Silhouettes. All right. You got the Air Max Plus, the 97s, 95s. You know what I've been wanting? The Air Max Plus Sunsets. Those are fucking clean. Let me see. You know, I think I might be wrong.
What you say?
But I don't know.
Yeah, those sunsets are clean.
I think I might be wrong, bro. I might be wrong. I'm not sure. I don't. Hold on. Barkley. Let me see. Are Barkley Air Posits considered Air Max? Let me just see if it goes like that. Let's see what is it. No, the Posit Max is not considered Air Max shoe. I'm just basing this off of AI. Okay.
Okay.
But it is considered a foam posit.
Oh, so it's considered a foam posit.
More of a foam posit, yes. Because it has Air Max technology in the.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So if you want to get technical, it has Air Max in it, but it's not. The shoe itself is not Air Max. It's like your car. You put one of my engines in that shit, right? Is it that car or is it my car?
It's your car with just that part, that technology in it.
Yeah, but it's still technically your car because you're looking at the outside, not the inside. When it comes to the engine interiors, you know what I mean? It's like, is that water a cup or is a cup of water?
It's a cup of water.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like, I see what you're coming from, but to me, I never consider those Air Max. It just has Air Max technology in the sole.
Okay, that's fair. That's fair.
But yeah, my favorite Air Max will always be. Where's that bitch ass at?
Damn. Well, why did I think? Damn, my brain not working right. How didn't I know that was going to be an answer?
Yeah.
How did I not know that?
If I had to choose a different shoe, I have my second favorite Air Max one.
What's that?
Which is the other Atmos, the Tiger Camo. Like, it's just like, oh, you like the fancy? No, it's just because the shit's spicy.
Yeah, I'm about to say, yeah.
It's just spicy. Yeah, fuck you, bitch. Call me the fucking yellow Cam Newton. Walking around with a feather and shit. Fuck wrong with you? That being said, right? So there was this video I saw online. A reseller is having a room filled up with bricks by bricks Jordan 4s. We talking like my whole fucking living room type of shit.
That's how big the room was?
No, that's how much shoes he could fill up.
Jesus.
That room was 10 times bigger. He was in like a fucking semi-mansion in my eyes, bro. But think of the circumference of just my living room. Filled up with brick by bricks.
Jesus. Oh, boy.
And my living room is just a normal size. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing crazy. It's just, what the fuck?
Oh, boy.
Facts. I was like,
oh, boy.
How did you get that much?
Yeah, like how, man?
So imagine if this whole room was filled with nothing but shoe boxes. Like, how can you get that much inventory?
He must have a bot linked to a credit card with a big ass credit limit on it.
So the shoe was $225, right? Let's say even if you bought it all from retail somehow, and even if you got that was like, it has to be over 200 pairs. Let's say you just get 200 pairs. That's $45K.
Yeah, so they say so he got to have it linked to a credit card with a high credit limit on it.
Maybe he got money like that. You never know. Because remember, folks got money to spend. When they got money to spend, they got money to spend.
Yeah. And you said how what did the room look like? Like it looked like real like
bro. It was like it was there. It was like I couldn't really see
type.
Yeah, but I couldn't really see the background because it was just showing mainly the shoes. And bro, we talking like it was over 200 plus.
Yeah, I mean, like he did. If he is doing it as part of a if he's in that field, then he didn't get that way by for nothing. We basically just showing a video on how he got like that.
Look, power to that individual.
Yeah, that's all I say. Power to you.
But
that's all I say is power to you.
I tried to get it. That shit was a fail.
Oh, yeah. I knew I wasn't gonna get it. I don't know.
But that's the thing you should always try.
I did. I tried, but you just.
So you still tried though?
Yeah, definitely still tried.
As long as you still tried.
Yeah. Just like I knew I wasn't going to knew I wasn't going to get the Galaxies. Knew I wasn't going to get these.
Well,
I'm still if I find a Galaxy for 400, I'm going for it.
Your size is pretty low.
I must be a 550.
You checked already?
I think let's 11.5. You should see 550.
Man,
What'd you say?
Let me see.
What'd you say?
Let me see right now. We're doing this live. All right, Galaxy. Oh, there you go. Wait, no, that's a fucking motherboard. I don't know why the fuck. There you go. Phone posits. All right.
5.
You're at 11.5, right?
Yes, sir. 5.
Oh, we're down.
What? Went down how much?
378.
What? What? What happened?
After taxes? Oh.
Wait, oh, damn. What? What's your aim?
So if you
Stop making that noise.
Oof.
Stop making that noise, bro.
All right, so hear me out. Of course, if you want it faster.
Yes, sir.
April 2nd to 7th, you pay $441. Well, $442, you might as well round it up. If you do normal time, which is 7 to 16th of April,
Yeah.
410. We just said 400. And then you could either do pickup or ship to address. So remember that. They do pickups now, which is dope. I prefer pickups any fucking day, to be honest with you.
Mm.
So if you want it,
Yeah.
holla.
Yeah. Hey, I might pull a trigger. I'm gonna pull the trigger. I'm gonna pull the
Right
trigger on
now?
those. No, not right now. When I leave here.
My man
Yeah,
about to.
I'm gonna pull a trigger on those.
How about this?
I deserve
But with the way you be working, fuck yeah.
it.
You, shout outs to Nesto and his relatives. You make them look lazy. Shit. But I mean, like the highest bid right now is 365. So
Okay.
you do 370.
Okay.
Bid for 370 if anything on your. But yeah, I try to get the brick by bricks. Fail. Didn't work.
Real cool.
I like the shoe though. It's a solid shoe. It's a
Yeah.
solid shoe.
Would you try to search marketplace
For brick by brick.
yeah for
If I it's one of those
know,
shoes that if I got them, I got them. If I don't, I don't.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Right now, this year, I've been so focused on undefeated fours and great fives. I don't even care, bro. I don't care. And it's people look at me like, bro, like your sneaker. How you not like it? Like, no, you have to understand. Undefeated fours to me, the last time I was this anxious for a shoe was when Lightning Force came out. You don't understand for my generation, or at least with how I see sneakers, that shoe was literally a shoe that says, fuck you, I'm rich. Fuck you, you broke, you can't afford these. Now the fact that I can, not because I have the money for like the fucking PE versions or the exclusive version, it's the fact that it's general release and I'll still get that feeling regardless, even if I pay $225. Because in my head, I know that shoe is the fucking grail of all grails. Like literally, that shoe is one or two of Jordan grails of all times for me. It's either undefeated fours or blackout 11s. And there was only 3 to 4 pairs made of blackout 11s. And then this we talking about in like early 2012, 2011 era. That shoe is way over 15, 20 years old. That shit is probably never seen the light of day because that shit is just chilling. But undefeated fours, it's up there, bro, for me. It's literally like, holy shit, I need to get that pair. So like, if I can get it for retail, I'll be so happy. But if I have no choice, I'm pulling the trigger and buying it fucking resale. If I have no choice, I don't care. I really don't. Like great fives, undefeated fours, Tokyo fives. If they even release that anytime soon, Tokyo fives, oh, best believe I'm buying that shit so fast. Like next year, we got the what? Reverse infrared sixes.
Oh yeah, I saw those.
And those were only a fucking sample, right?
Yeah,
that's the crazy part. You can't get that. You can't beat that, bro. Like this year, like this is how Nike. Nike financially is going down right now.
Yeah, we talked about that.
So the fact that they're pulling shit out the vault to keep afloat, they have no choice because where all the resellers are going. Pokemon cards, football cards, sports cards. It's the truth. One Piece, shit like that. Because that shit holds value. Sneakers, you wear it one time, you lose value. With this, you hold value. And then now the people in the TCG community are complaining about the resellers and that's why we saw our shit going down and we can afford it now. Even if it's just $20 more. You rather pay $245 or you rather pay $345.
Yeah, $245.
Exactly. You ain't gonna complain. You ain't gonna complain if you have to pay $245 more. But then again, if you keep doing that, guess what? That shit adds up. That shit will add up. And like, you don't think of the $225 you spent.
Right.
You think of the extra $20 you spent.
Yes. Yeah.
You don't, or the extra $100 you spent on the $225. Right? I'm like that. You're like that. We're all like that. But it's the truth. It's the truth. Like I said, I'm calling it how I see it. You know what I mean? I'm just calling it how I see it. So this video goes viral because there's a little sister, older sister, wears her brother's shoes, gives them back, and there's a stain. And he was pissed.
It's
It was a
between
pair of
fives.
yeah, you saw those video.
Yeah.
It was adorable, bro. I ain't gonna lie, that shit was cute as shit. I was like, damn.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cute as shit.
They was recording him. They was recording him
And
laughing at him.
he's really upset.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I felt bad for the kid,
Like,
bro.
oh
I
fuck.
felt bad for the kid. I felt bad for the kid,
But that
man.
video was
Have
funny.
you grew up with a house full of brothers?
Oh yeah.
Y'all ever share sneakers?
Yeah. Me and Brian are this. We're always the same size, but
But y'all,
despite him being, I think, 3 inches taller than me. Yeah, despite him being 3 inches taller than me and him were the same size. Mook and Eric, me and Brian are younger than Mook and Eric, but their feet are smaller. Mook and Eric, they both wear a 10 and a half, 10. They're 10, 10 and a half. Me and Brian were an 11 and a half, 12. And
but
so, yeah,
you ever grew up sharing sneakers with your brother Brian then?
yeah, yeah. Like we cause like it'd be Chuck's or go to, so like he'll mess up his Chucks in gym class. Like he would take mine, or like it was always just be like that, or just school assemblies, school too, because the way charter was back then, just a charter, the way it was back then, you had to wear dress shoes. And so, but his grade would have different ones than my grade.
They were that.
Yeah,
fucking...
you had to wear dress shoes during assembly.
Sheesh.
So it would be such a, he say, "Yo, can I borrow yours?" And then, or his mommy would say, "Yo, all right, take Brian's." It would just be like that.
And they'll complain about you wearing a different dress shoe.
Mm-hmm.
That's some nut shit.
Yeah, that's.
See, I went to cat school.
Mm-hmm.
My mom thought that when I was in public school, I got in a lot of fights. Like I got in a lot of fights, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And she thought because I was in public school, it'll get me out of trouble. Nah, Catholic school is 10 times worse, bro. They just know how to hide it better. I didn't know how to hide shit. I couldn't lie when I got in fights. I just dealt with the consequences afterwards. You know what I mean? And when I used to wear for high school primarily, that's when I start finding my style, how I can dress. So like, you know, back then in like 20 like 08 to 2010, skinny jeans were a thing, or slim fits, right?
Oh yeah.
We went away from the baggies to slims. I used to wear slim gray jeans, right? You're not supposed to wear gray jeans. You're supposed to wear gray pants. But I wore gray jeans, and no one ever noticed it because it was gray, right?
Shit, yeah.
Oh, and I got away with it for like literally the whole year. I was wearing gray skinny jeans for like the longest, and no one was saying shit. People were like, the classmates were like, "Bro, you're wearing gray jeans right now." I'm like, "They don't shut up." Like, and then you're supposed to wear shoes, right? I wear all black Vans.
I saw that coming.
Like the new boys look. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I would like have my white tee tucked in, of course, my white button up with my tie, and like everything all slim fit. So I'm looking fresh as shit. So when I get out of school, you know, I take off my sweater. I still got my tie. I loosen it up a little bit, loosen up my tee, and so I'm just fresh. I feel fresh as shit because like a white button up, blue like gray skinny jeans with fucking black Vans. As a high school kid, yo, you feel fresh as shit. I was rocking that shit for fucking years, and then near the end of the year, this is how, you know, I was stubborn and shit. 2 months in, before I graduated, I got so many demerits that I had to do summer school because of my points. It was weird because I was like top 15 in my class or top 20, but I still had to attend summer school because of truancy, because I was coming to school late. I just not giving a fuck. Fucking uniform infractions and shit. I was like, I just wanted to dress fly shit. And those points where I'll be wearing my fucking like SBs or my Nike 6.0s in school, or my Chucks. You know what I mean? I didn't give a fuck. I just wanted to be fresh as shit. And I got in trouble. I got so much trouble with that shit, bro. My mom was pissed. We got two things before we end the pod, right?
Mm.
Jordan 13s, cherry. But you know what's crazy? What they're calling today's generation calling it now?
What do you call it?
True Reds.
Wow,
True Red 13s. That's true
different.
bullshit.
That's different.
I'm not calling it True Red.
That's different.
It's cherry.
That's cherry, bro. We grew up saying cherry, bro.
I'm calling it cherry 13s.
Yeah.
Like, what was that Coming to America? Mama named him
He said mom named him Clay, I'm gonna name him Clay. He said I'm gonna call him. He said mom named him Clay, I'm calling him Clay.
There you go, thank you.
He said
Nike and Jordan called the cherries. I'm gonna call him Cherry.
He said, damn it, if a man wants to change his name to Mohammed, then he has a God-given right.
Would you ever change your name?
No.
You know, as a kid, I wanted to change my name
to what?
Something else besides my name. Anything else, bro? I used to get made fun of. Remember Jimmy Neutron? I was called Jimmy. I got a big ass head, bro. Pause. I used to get called Jimmy Neutron, literally most of my life. High school.
That's not what came to my mind.
What, SpongeBob?
No.
You called me Genghis Khan, bitch.
No, because listen, when you said you got made fun of your name being Jimmy, and you're Asian,
Jimmy Wang Yang, the
wrestling? That's what came to my
only people would know that as wrestling people. That's it.
That's what came to my
But so but people would it was always stuck with Jimmy Neutron more. Jimmy Wang Yang was never a thing, because wrestling was so cool. No one ever made fun of wrestling in grade school for me. So
nice.
So everyone, all the boys, all the kids that were into wrestling, we sat together. There was one time we're in 6th grade, right? I remember this kid. It was Jose, Lewis, me, right, and Edwin. We were all talking about wrestling, and we were playing wrestling in the library like some dumbasses. I body slammed the shit out of Jose, and because I didn't know, we were just all hyped up, bro. It was, so what'd you do that for? And I was like, I said I trying to be like Batista.
Yo.
Bro, I remember that shit so bad. Bro, it was just it was wrestling. Like I said, wrestling, especially around the area that I was going to school in, was never frowned upon. Everyone loved it. You know what I mean? And it was predominantly in that circle where basically Hispanic. I was the only fucking Asian, so they were that's how I found out about Rey Mysterio. So it showed me about luchadors and all that shit. And I'm like, back then, we didn't really have internet like that, but we only did Rey Mysterio because Rey Mysterio made us feel like, oh, he's small as shit. I'm small as shit. I can do it. If he can do it, I can do it. You know what I mean? But yeah. Booyaka. Last but not least, Avacadabra. Harry Potter and Puma. You want to talk about this?
Yes.
Just so y'all know, I'm a Harry Potter fan. Fuck Harry Potter. Snape is the GOAT. And Lord Voldemort should have killed this bitch ass a long time ago.
And it's also okay. Now I'm gonna talk about a sneaker, and I want to talk to you about that too. All right, so let's talk about the sneaker. I want to start by saying, all right, so you look, so I want you to look at it as I'm saying it. Okay. All right, so you looking at it as I'm saying it. All right, I'm gonna give. The first thing I want to say is I see where y'all were coming from with the initial correlation between the leather and the Harry, but I also get y'all didn't get all the houses, but y'all got 3. So I give y'all credit for that. Y'all got 3 houses. I get the initial thought of the leather. I understand where that was coming from. That design was coming from, but I just think it was, if they would have used the low suede silhouette that y'all used with 3. The other, if y'all would have used that silhouette that you used for y'all other collabs, that would have been a hit. I feel like that would have been a sold out hit.
So
I just don't like that. I get the correlation. like because like that leather in the and you look at the attire for Harry Potter, it's being leather based. I get it, but it just doesn't work for that Puma.
You're
It
not
doesn't
wrong.
work for me. It doesn't work for
You're
me.
not wrong, but I do like the Pari Palermo
Mm-hmm.
Palermo twos.
Mm-hmm.
They're cool. I don't like the tongue area because like that fat tongue is just weird
Yeah.
to me.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like it's still a dope sneaker. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
To me, I like the Tamara too, the Harry Potter because it's green Slytherin, Team Slytherin all the way. How you
Mm-hmm.
doing? But overall, the shoe is fucking fire to me, bro. I can't hate on it. Like visually, I wouldn't wear it. None of them. I would not wear any of them.
Mm-hmm.
But I will if I had the money to blow. I'll collect them just to have them.
I thought from you, I thought as much.
But the box is what sold me. You seen the box yet?
No,
It's
I've
a
seen
treasure
it.
chest. Harry Potter treasure chest.
Oh, that box is dope.
That's what I'm saying. Like shit like that. It's cool to me.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, like I understand where Puma came from.
Mm-hmm.
Without Puma, there wouldn't be really like Puma was the big thing back in the day.
Yeah.
Without them, there wouldn't be Adidas.
Mm-hmm.
There wouldn't be Nikes. Like it's like I would say Puma was the founding father of sneakerheads in a sense. In a sense, you know what I mean? Because back in the day, if you didn't have Pumas, you weren't cool. Right or wrong. Just saying. Just saying. Every time someone talks about Pumas, they say that. Talking about the OG sneakerheads, they say Puma Clydes every single time, bro.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, you're right. I wish they did the Clyde ones because it looks so much better.
Right.
But the shoe itself is still dope. You know what I mean? I like the fact that they still have the hints of this, hints of it's just it works with today's fashion.
Right.
It just doesn't work with my fashion.
Yeah, in my mind either.
Like like I said, I like them because I am a Harry Potter fan,
Mm-hmm.
so I'm biased with it. Would I wear it? No. Maybe if I was like in a Harry Potter convention, why not? I have no choice after that.
Mm-hmm.
I have no choice. Can I find a way to fucking style them? Most likely.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be difficult for me, someone like me, but I'll try. Especially the Slytherin ones.
Mm-hmm.
Walk around looking like a fucking metallic snake. Well, yep, that's today. That's everything.
Wait. Can I say one more thing about that update? You said something about, and it's gonna be real quick, y'all. You said you said what you said about Voldemort. I should have killed Harry Potter. All right. So listen, this is just a thought, and I think you appreciate this as a fan, bro. Think about and just hear me out on this one. Think about how great it would be. I just thought of something because I don't like listen when I'm not in the gym. I don't like listening to music. I've been watching
movies,
watching videos on YouTube, and out of curiosity, I was looking into of Voldemort's origins, his backstory, his his origin story, and then I'm from basically everything I was hearing from the origin stories. Dude, the movies did that man no justice, and I'm thinking about this is insane. I'm sitting here hearing about his origin stories in the novels compared to. Like, y'all didn't even, the movies didn't scratch the surface on that man. Think about how big it would be if they made a series. I said, if Netflix, if you want to make series like Jeffrey Dahmer.
J.K. Rowling got canceled.
Yeah, I know that's
they're not
thing
gonna do that, bro. In today's world, they're not gonna do it. Trust me. I will be the first one to be watching that if I could find anything on Tom Riddle.
That's all I wanted to hear you say.
Bro, I'll be the first one to watch it, bro. I'll say this. Yeah, I'm a sneakerhead, but I'm also a fucking loser as well, bro. I'm not a cool cat that you may think I am or I portray to be on videos and shit. Bro, I like sneakers, yes. That's probably the only cool thing about me. I play 2K on a PC, my guys.
That's it. And you're a heavy ass lifter. That's cool too.
That don't mean shit.
Nah, that's cool. That's
Nah,
cool to
that's
me.
not cool.
That's cool to
That's
me.
not.
That's
I don't
cool
lift
to me.
shit. I lift biscuits, bro.
Oh, fuck that. That's cool.
I do this because it's fun.
You too modest.
I'm modest, bitch. When someone try to fucking outlift me in the gym, I'm fucking going 10 times harder than them. Fuck out of here. Trust me. That's the only reason why I lift heavy is 'cause I like to outdo people because they think I can't do it. I'm gonna do it.
That's cool to me.
That's the only reason why I do it. It's because if you think I can't do it, I'm gonna do it. That's just so. I might not be able to dunk no more, but I can do it.
He said dunk.
I used to be able to grab rim because people said I couldn't jump, so I did it. It was good for me at one point, and then I was like, all right, I'm cool. That's why, like, when I hit 495, 5 plates, I was like, all right, cool, I'm done. Deadlifts, I'm like, I still maintain my shit, but I don't care no more about deadlifts. Because you want to hit 5 plates, I was like, all right, cool. Fire.
I'm not saying Nesto.
Fire. Well, that being said, y'all, please remember we're on Apple, YouTube, and Spotify. So please like, share, and subscribe. Right? Remember my IG, my YouTube, my YouTube, my TikTok, my Lemonade at Fresh Philly.
215.
My man, 100 grand. That being said, y'all, please have a nice day, have a nice night, and we will see y'all next week.
Peace.
Deuces.